Trump acolyte and Florida Congressman Cory Mills is under investigation for sextortion, and Donald Trump is running for cover, as if he needed yet another reason. Looking at you, Jeffrey Epstein. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Donald Trump is having a rough week. Heck, he's having a rough couple of months at this point. As Epstein Gate continues unabated, making Trump look like he's constantly trying to hide some impropriety or, at the very least, connections to the world's most famous sex trafficker, polls are issuing him a harsh warning. Check out this cold shower for Trump. And no, it's not the golden kind.
President Trump's approval rating is slipping again. That's according to a new poll from our partners at UMass Amherst.
Yeah, they surveyed 1,000 people nationwide, and 21% say they strongly approve of the job the president is doing. Now, that's down from 27% in the last survey back in April. And look at this, 17% somewhat approve, 49% strongly disapprove, and that's up from the last poll. 9% somewhat disapprove. That's another increase, and 4% just aren't sure.
No doubt Trump's poll numbers stand to fall even further thanks to the shenanigans of Congressman Mills. Don't go away. In case you're unfamiliar with Mills, he's the Trump-loving Florida congressman and Iraq combat vet who also moved into defense consulting following his military career. Elected to Congress in 2022, he joined with bonkers MAGA queen Marjorie Taylor Greene to sponsor articles of impeachment against Joe Biden for his handling of the border. He's that kind of politician. Naturally then, because Mills is MAGA, sleazy dealings are not far off. Earlier this year, his girlfriend accused him of assault at his Washington, D.C. penthouse. And while police issued an arrest warrant for Mills, it was not signed and he was never arrested, likely due to avoid embarrassing the Republican Party. Oh, and did I mention, Mills is already married to somebody else? Yes, though they have been separated for several years. And it should be said his ex later recanted her assault allegations. Still, that didn't stop Mills from further embarrassing himself and his party, this time by not paying his rent.
This month, Bozzuto Management Company filed this eviction suit in D.C. Superior Court. It's the first step in forcing Florida's 7th District Rep Cory Mills out. The paperwork claims Mills hasn't paid rent since March of this year, and he's on the hook for $85,000. Now, according to congressional records, Mills makes around $174,000 a year as a congressman. But the suit details problems going back to 2023. That's the same year Mills took his seat in Congress, and the same time he rented the $20,000 a month penthouse apartment. The suit shows a ledger of payments dating back to when he first signed the lease that claims to show Mills often paid his rent late. Bozzuto started grounds to terminate the lease back in January of this year.
And it gets even worse, folks. As if the assault charges and unpaid rent, not to mention Mills's ugly taste in political platforms, were not bad enough, now another girlfriend has come forward to accuse him of misconduct. And no, this is still not his wife or his other girlfriend that already accused him of assault. Mills is the kind of guy that treats women like tires, rotate frequently, and always have a spare on hand. But I digress. His girlfriend, the current Miss United States Lindsay Langston, has now accused him of revenge porn. Take a look.
Representative Cory Mills is facing sextortion allegations from Miss United States. Miss United States winner and Florida Republican State Committee woman Lindsay Langston filed a restraining order against Mills, alleging he threatened to release nude images of her. Mills and Langston reportedly began dating in 2021 and broke up around February 2025. The breakup came after Langston discovered a second girlfriend, conservative activist Sarah Raviani, and allegations of Mills assaulting Raviani. Raviani later retracted her statement and no criminal charges were filed. Langston says since the break, Mills has contacted her numerous times, threatening to publish explicit videos of her. She told police Mills also threatened to harm her future partners. Langston allegedly provided police with screenshots of threatening messages from Mills as evidence. Mills has denied the allegations against him. The allegations come months after President Donald Trump signed a bill establishing harsher penalties for non-consensual intimate imagery. Mills is also currently under investigation by the House Ethics Committee for financial violations.
What a lovely family man, that Cory Mills. His children must be so proud. And no wonder he loves Donald Trump so much. He respects women just as much as Donald Trump does, doesn't he? Which does beg a question. What is it about Donald Trump that he keeps hanging out with sexual predators? Why is MAGA world so attracted to these people? These are, after all, the politicians who stripped women of autonomy over their own bodies in the Dobbs decision, have demonized queer people as sexual predators, groomers, and deviants, and constantly attack female critics for their looks. And it's all part and parcel for Donald Trump's America. The sick thing here is that we see women like Pam Bondi or queer people like Rick Grinnell so easily turn on their own communities and interests in the name of money and political power. But in MAGA land, power is all that matters. Not voters, not democracy, not the well-being of the United States, and not culpability for sex crimes. But the ground is shrinking beneath the feet of Cory Mills and of Donald Trump. Prepare for the Jenga blocks to come tumbling down. We'll keep you updated on this story as it continues to develop. This is Occupy Democrats.